Um, so again, you said you're in New Delhi, India. Hello. So you're in New Delhi, India, and you're working for Amazon. And you said the reason why I couldn't get their product was what? Okay, what does that mean? Okay, and what's your name? What is it? Aman. Okay. So you're familiar with my name in India, right? It's very common. I'm saying you're from India. My name is very common, right? You're familiar with my name, Mohammed. Okay. So me, I'm in United States. I'm a retired military. I'm an Iraq war veteran. I'm also black. I'm a slave descendant, and I'm also a native of the native people here, right? So I emailed a long story to DHL explaining that I come from a native tribe here that freed African slaves and merged with them. And a lot of those African slaves that my Indian tribe fought against slavery with were Muslims. So a large portion of my tribe adopted Islam, right? So being in the military, uh, denied party is a government thing between governments, right? But in the United States, there's laws against discrimination, right? And in international law, which these are different countries operating together. You're in India, right? The other customer service agents I was talking to were Hispanic, Latino, Spanish speakers, right? The product was coming from China. I'm in the United States. This is all dealing with international treaties and trade regulations. Okay, it's illegal for one party to discriminate against another party, ethnic group, a religion, a nation, a people, right? With the intent to destroy them as a culture or as a religion. It's a part of the genocide laws. You see what I'm saying? So they cannot just say that because my name is Muhammad that I'm blacklisted, that they refuse to do commerce or trade, especially since I'm a native person. If it's like that, then all the people who have no native blood in America should leave and they should not do any business here, period, because they're on my land, you know? So it's very racist that they're doing that. And this is something that's been going on in the United States and in different countries to Muslim people since 9/11. And in India there's a large population of people that are like me. They have the same name, they pray like me, they eat like me. Should they not be able to get their packages? No. And I don't think that you being in India that you would agree, whether it's a Hindu, a Sikh, a Muslim, a Jain, a Buddhist, that they should be discriminated against, right? And that they should not be able to get their packages. So this is what I talked to the other customer service agents. So you're telling me that so far nothing has been done? Hello. Okay. Yeah, but this needs to be escalated all the way up to corporate. You understand what I'm telling you? You're watching this. This is multiple countries. They're openly telling you guys that they're not going to ship products to people because they're Muslim. I would be just as pissed off if people said that about Sikh people. When people in America, white people go kill Sikh people because they think they're Muslim or because they have a turban on, I get very pissed off as well. You know what I mean? This is an international problem that's going on of discrimination against people who are not white, that don't have European culture, are not Gora. You know, this is a big problem. It needs to be escalated. The more people from within Amazon that are hearing what's happening to me, that are telling their bosses, look, this guy has this problem. Look what's going on. It's not right. And this is not normal. You know, it's not normal. The first customer service agent I talked to from uh, 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 DHL, they told me that this is normal. My ancestors were slaves in the United States. And if you research Louisiana Creole, you will see a large portion of Louisiana Creole population was Muslim that was forced out of their religion, through beatings, through torture, through murder, through rape, you know. So now in 2021, for me to be a military veteran and be denied packages, this is insane. So I'm saying you need to escalate this to a higher level than just trying to get me a package through another means. You see what I'm saying? So that this doesn't happen to other people. It needs to stop. Yeah, thank you. Because I will fight this way whether they discriminate against a Muslim, a Hindu, a Sikh, a Buddhist, a black person, a person from India, a person from Bangladesh. I will be mad. And this happens in America a lot, and people think it's okay because they're getting away with it. And that's why it's gotten so bad over here. Even me, I'm ex-military, so I should have a lot of power here. But in this situation, I don't because of my name. But I've been saying a long time over here that people need to stop this discrimination. I even ran for political office here. I got put in jail because I ran for political office, because they know I'm not going to be okay with this stuff. This stuff is going too far. It's been 20 years of this type of racism in the United States. And then now America's pushing this racism to other countries. Like, what does China have to do with this problem? You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. See, this is crazy, right? This is my real life on the blacklist, not no fake TV show. You know, I don't know why it's so bright today. I don't know, it's super bright. Everything is bright, but it's a cold day. This stuff needs to stop. Hello? Mohammed? Yes. Hi, you're speaking to Marie. I'm a supervisor here at Amazon. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm also, thank you for asking. Um, the agent who transferred the call to me said that you've got an issue with the order ending in 9036. Could you tell me more about this, please? Okay, where would you want me to start? I just want to understand, the agent mentioned that there's some discrimination going on. I just want to understand the whole situation because, this is the first time that I'm speaking to you. Okay. Well, I ordered the product, which was a computer power supply. Okay. Um, it's very simple. All it does is turn on a computer. It's just the power cable and the box to regulate the amps, so my computer doesn't burn up. There's nothing illegal about this product, otherwise Amazon would not sell it, right? But since my name is Muhammad Abdullah, right, they're claiming that it's illegal for them to ship me any products, which is discrimination. Okay. And me, I'm a native indigenous person, meaning I'm from the original tribes that were in America before anybody got here. Right. And my tribe is mixed with African people. A large portion of those African people were Muslim people. That's why my name is Muhammad Abdullah. And my ancestors were enslaved here in America because of who we are. Right. And our land was taken away. Our language was stripped out. Right. And it was illegal for us to be who we are. So now in 2021, people are still trying to force me back into slavery, where I don't have rights, where I can't even do commerce on my own land. That they're telling me that I can't do commerce, I can't order goods, you know, which is illegal. It's discrimination in the United States law. As an indigenous person, treaty law applies to me. International human rights apply also to me, and that's illegal. There's no there's nothing lawful about them claiming that I'm a denied party. Okay, because that goes into genocide laws. And there's a part in the genocide law where it talks about intentional actions to try to destroy a ethnic group, a religion, a nationality, or a culture in whole. It says the laws say in whole or in part. Okay, so or to force people into conditions of life that will destroy them. So if I'm not allowed to have goods, that's something that's intended to destroy me as a person so that I can no longer exist. My community is almost extinct as it is, you know. So, number two, I'm a disabled Iraq war veteran who served in the American military, okay, from 2003 to 2005. I have a retirement pension from the United States military for my disabilities, right? So it makes no sense that I'm a denied party, right? I'm a denied party in my own country. And the same Chinese people, I can't kick them out of my country. They're saying that they're not going to ship me a product, but I have to deal with these people in my country. No. You know what I'm saying? And American law, you guys are not in America, but America has a lot of serious laws about discrimination. Civil Rights Act, different laws about anti-discrimination. So this is not legal from an American standpoint of American law. It's not legal under international human rights law, war crimes law, international law dealing with treaties and trade or commerce. And under United Nations law, I have a right to commerce and subsistence. So they're blocking me, saying they're not going to send me a package because my name is Muhammad Abdullah. It's intentional racism designed to destroy Muslim ethnic groups. This is just one fragment of it, but that's what the point of it is, and it's illegal. It's illegal on the domestic and international level.
Right. I understand the situation now better. I'm sure about that. I'm from South Africa, so
yeah. So you understand this. Let me be even more blunt with you. And the Rome Statute, this is apartheid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a black man. I'm a black man.
It's terrible. I think that they did send you an email, and I saw the blacklisting thing here. I've been actually looking through the email while you were telling me, and they said on the one email, dear Muhammad, hi, Dave, we asked DHL why the package was returned. DHL said the recipient's name was a blacklist. We are sorry for this. Please don't worry. We have arranged to get the package back from DHL warehouse and send it back to you by FedEx.
Okay.
And it's estimated that we will give you the FedEx number this week. Please wait patiently. We say sorry again and look forward to receiving your package as soon as possible. Now, that was sent on the 19th of April.
Okay. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yes, and I do see that DHL is actually sending this back to the seller, and then it will probably be sent back out to you via FedEx.
Okay. So that's dealing with one part of the problem. Okay. But if they're already discriminating, my experience is that what I told the other guy from DHL when I first, or Amazon, when I called you guys to report this problem. I've been having these problems since 9/11, and I joined the military on March 3rd of 2003. The war in Iraq began on my birthday, March 17 of 2003. That was when the first bombing of Iraq began, okay? After that date, I was put into the regular military, okay, after my boot camp training. After that, my paychecks were coming in and they were getting frozen and they were claiming my name as a terrorist name. Okay. So the banks would not allow me to have my money, even though they see it's coming from the United States Treasury Department. They said, my name is Muhammad. It's a terrorist name. Therefore, the bank is not legally allowed to give me money. This is way back in 2003. When I first had my meeting with my supervisors, I was at United States Coast Guard District Headquarters 11, which was Integrated Support Command, Alameda, ISC Alameda for short. And uh, there's 3 or 4 admirals on that military base at any time, which are the highest ranking members of, a military branch would be the admirals or the generals, right? So there's 3 of them on that base at any time. And there's multiple base commanders. So I had reported to 2 officers that they had the same name. One was Lieutenant Commander Milky, the other was Commander Milky, and the other officer that we reported to was my commanding officer and Rear Admiral Breckenridge at the time. And they told me, Lieutenant Commander Milky and Commander Milky told me that because my name is Muhammad, that everybody at that time in 2003 with the name Muhammad was put on a terrorist watch list. This is what I'm telling you from my mouth as a witness to somebody that was inside of the American military in 2003. So my name being Muhammad Abdullah, they said everybody in the world with this name and Ali is on a terrorist watch list. They had to go into the bank with me in their military uniform to give them a government order for them to stop harassing me and for them to release my money so that they understood that I worked for the government here. Okay. Since then, I have not had, uh, such fair dealings because I haven't had anybody in this country to go to bat for me. Nobody talks up for me, nothing. I just have to deal with what happens. Okay. But just that they acknowledge that to me. And then this has been going on in different instances from different agencies or me doing different things, I get blocked. I'm not allowed to do it. It's illegal. When I buy, charger cables, the same thing happens. If it's coming from overseas, they get blocked. It happened to me when I was in Gambia in West Africa. It happened in Morocco, and the packages are routing through Dubai from China. They're going through Belgium. All the packages going to Gambia, they have to go through Belgium. Also, packages going through Spain and France. I was having the same problem, but they all have to route through Belgium to get to Gambia. All my packages were being blocked. So this is not a new thing. It's just like it's intentionally done to make sure that Muslim people cannot have the money that we're poor, and it's done to make sure that they destroy us. And intentionally, European people know, for me and you're African, they know a large portion of our population is Black or African, right? And even those people that are not Black or African, they still have rights. So I was asking him to escalate this so that it doesn't happen to me again or to other people. Amazon right now is one of the biggest corporations in the world. So if Amazon does not have the power to protect people like me who have been loyal customers of Amazon for years, then there's a problem. It also shows the weakness, would show weakness, on behalf of Amazon, because Amazon, in order to do business with China, there has to be some type of trade agreement, because it's an American company, which means that China has to abide by the trade agreements with United States. And me being an indigenous person, I'm part of my own separate indigenous nation that has equal rights under United Nations Chapter 1, United Nations Charter Chapter 1, where it talks about small nations and large nations have equal right in the United Nations to solve problems. So that's why I asked him to talk to you, the supervisor. Luckily for me, it's a South African, somebody who's aware of this type of problem.
Indeed, indeed. I was also in Iraq. So it's a coincidence. I studied forensic criminology, so I worked for Lockheed. I was a contractor for Lockheed Martin in Balat Air Base for 4 years. So yes, I do know what you're talking about. I get it.
Yeah.
And are you the oldest son in the family?
I'm the middle.
Your name is Muhammad.
I'm the middle. I'm named after my father.
Okay. Because I know in Iraq usually the eldest son's name starts with Muhammad.
Okay. Yeah, our culture is a little different. The only thing I know about the name Muhammad in my culture is usually you can't just be named Muhammad. They have to give you a second name, out of respect, because there's only one Muhammad, which is the Prophet. So for me, I'm Muhammad Khalil.
There is actually a way that I can escalate this. I could ask that DHL not be your preferred carrier anymore. And we have grounds for that, and I will do that trouble ticket. It takes a while to pull through though. And but the bad news is on an order like this that is sold and fulfilled by the seller. It doesn't come from our fulfillment center.
Yeah, I understand, because I also do business with Amazon. I understand the fulfillment process and all that. I'm an entrepreneur, so I understand all this. My main concern is not necessarily with DHL. It's that they have the ability to do this to people arbitrarily. And Muhammad is the most common name in the world. So for them to be able to do this arbitrarily, and then the next thing that they do is they say we're not allowed to give you any information. And when people start telling me this, which it's usually showing me there's some government involved behind them that's attacking me, using lawfare, which is legal warfare, using the law as a weapon against somebody, So I'm more concerned about my rights in the future, and not putting I don't like to put band-aid on a problem. I like to really just deal with it, uh, so I understand Amazon is a very powerful company, that it needs to be escalated as high as possible to corporate so that they can see this problem. And me, I also myself, I come from a very well-known family in America, very well-known family, but because I'm Muslim, people, they don't think that I'm part of that family. So you always have to be careful who you mistreat, because you never know. And right now, like I said, people have been getting away with it. But that time is starting to close. American people are starting to get more and more fed up. And the slave descendants here are getting more and more fed up of the racism, whether it's coming from here or whether it's coming from other countries. And the slave descendants here, like me, as far as coming from other countries, we're really starting to try to push for a crackdown on people entering the U.S. that are promoting those type of things, because they're coming here and they're inciting a problem that we've been trying to get rid of. Our ancestors were murdered for this problem, and even up to my generation, even still in my family, government state sanctioned murder, assassinations of people related to my tribal community, and it's insane. It has to stop. This is intentionally done so that uh, 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 European people can succeed, and that all other races are poor, or they remain uneducated, or they're disadvantaged. Me, I'm a business person. I'm very educated. This is for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin. This machine is supposed to make me $30,000, $38,000 this year, but I can't plug it in because I don't have the cables. You see what I'm saying? So in American law, you have to be able to show that there was damage done to a person, or to a group of people in order to be able to get some type of restitution or reparation in court. So right now, this is affecting my ability to feed myself and take care of my daughters. So it should be escalated higher than just putting a band-aid on it and stating that DHL shouldn't be the preferred carrier. It needs to go up to the corporate level where they could see this is a problem with your customers. And I wonder how many customers at Amazon are named Muhammad or last name Abdullah. you know they can't randomly just say that I'm on a blacklist or something like that. And then China is not in a position right now with the international community and United Nations to be saying that Muslim people in other countries cannot get packages. They're not in that position because they've already been exposed for genocide of their own domestic population. That is Muslim, which is they're having the women sleep with their security personnel, and they're being raped at night. And then they got kids in prison because they're Muslim. Like, they're not in the position to say that somebody named Muhammad in another country cannot receive a package. So I know the law is on my side. International community is on my side. United Nations is on my side. ICC is on my side. So I'm just asking, you as a supervisor to do what's in your power to escalate this above your head, to shoot it as high as it can go, and the Amazon corporate, so this is dealt with, so that all your customers are able to enjoy their service from Amazon and not be blocked. Plus, this is going to ruin your profit, because people like me are going to stop shopping because we're not going to be able to get product.
Well, now I do understand. I am busy with a form to escalate this, and I'm actually making notes while you are explaining to me. I'm sorry about the whole situation. Like I said, I understand. I know what you're doing. I know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So let me, so please forgive me, I'm just going to...
And is there a way that you could be contacted? Is there a way that I could, if I need to contact you for whatever reason in the future, is there a way that I would be able to contact you or be able to find you through Amazon? Like an email or something?
Unfortunately not, Muhammad, because I will be, we are a lot of managers and we work on rotational shifts.
Okay.
I do not have a fixed number.
Yeah, do you have an ID number? Because now this is a legal thing. So when there's legal situations, they need to be documented, and then whatever parties may need to investigate, may need to go talk back to people. So that's why I'm asking. Do you have like an employee ID number or something?
It will be on the account as well. My login. We do not use our employee numbers. Everything is recorded.
Okay.
And it is on the account. So, if you need to refer back, you can just do that.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm being diligent about this, because this is, a huge problem, and obviously it's legal. It's a legal issue. So I'm trying to make sure that I have all my information together, so that when I proceed further, that these things could be resolved, because this has been going on for 20 years. This is it's too much, man.
Yes, I do understand. Like I say, everything is ordered, and it will be on your account, the call as well as the forms and the escalations that I'm doing at the moment. So, I'm busy with the one form. I just want to complete this real quick. Okay, so luckily, what's happening is that I know this also doesn't fix things. But you like to say, you need this power supply to get your Bitcoins. Luckily, the seller is working with us. And like I read you the email that they sent, and they said that they are going to ask FedEx then just to deliver this to you, but I will be escalating this further as well.
Okay, so I have a question. Did they say where they got the information that my name was on a blacklist, and did they specify what list it came from?
No, no. I can actually let me. I just want to make an annotation here as well. Okay, so I'm going back on the account. I'm just reading all the emails that the communication.
And was it was it the Chinese government or was it another government?
Okay. I'm going to read you the email that was sent on April 2nd. It says, Dear Mohammed, hi. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. My English not very good. Can you tell me what I didn't do it right? I'm happy to serve you. This package is delivered through DHL. It is estimated that this package has arrived in Hong Kong and is waiting in line to enter the warehouse. I'd be happy to serve you. Please tell me what I can do for you. The next email says, it's one that you said, I was discriminated against for being Muslim, was not allowed to receive this item. And then the seller replied, Dear Muhammad, I'm sorry for this. I'm sad. We see that the package is returned. It's the weekend and tomorrow, Monday, we will ask about the package. Can we change other modes of transportation except DHL, such as UPS, FedEx? May take a few days to wait for the package to return. Then we send it to you by other commercial express. We want to listen to you. Looking forward to your reply. Then you sent another one on April the 19th. That's the one that I actually read to you, where they say, Hi, Mohammed. We asked DHL why the package was returned. DHL said that the recipient's name was a blacklist. We are sorry for this. Please don't worry. We have arranged to get the package back from DHL warehouse and send it back to you by FedEx. It's estimated to give you the FedEx number. It is estimated that we will give you the FedEx number this week. Please wait patiently. We say sorry again and look forward to you receiving the package as soon as possible. So they say that the DHL will send that to them.
Okay. All right. So can I read something to you?
Sure.
Just so you know. And the United States law, there's different type of legal codes. The highest law in our country is our federal law. This comes from the federal law. It's Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 77. It's 18 United States Code 1581, which is peonage, obstructing enforcement, and slavery or trafficking in persons, right? So it says, whoever holds or returns a person into the condition of peonage, which is slavery, or arrest a person with the intent of placing him or returning him to the condition of peonage, slavery, shall be fined under this title not more than 20 years or both. If death results from the violation of the section or includes kidnapping or attempt to kidnap, aggravated abuse, sexual abuse, or attempt to commit blah, 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 that basically somebody can be sent to prison for life. You know, it says that whoever returns a person to the condition of slavery. You see what I'm saying? So this is American law, you know, and by me not being able to get packages, this is a form of slavery because here in America, the slaves were not allowed to own anything. We were not allowed to own anything. We were not allowed to have money. We were not allowed to read. We were not allowed to write. If we read or write or spoke our native languages, we would be murdered. You know, the fact that I'm trying to do business and trying to better myself, this is a form of pushing me back into slavery. And over my name, I told you about my tribal history. And, so I want to read one more law. This is a genocide law, 18 United States Code 1091. Basic offense, A, basic offense. Whoever, whether in time of peace or in the time of war, with the specific intent to destroy in whole or in part or in substantial part a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group, such as A, kills members of that group, causes harm, bodily injury to that group. Just skip to 4. What's pertinent here? Section 4 subjects the group to conditions of life that are intended to cause physical destruction of the group in whole or in part. So in America, this is a capitalist society. If I'm not able to compete economically and feed myself and my kids, right, and save money and have business like other people here, right, the only thing that can happen to me and to my family is that we are destroyed, that we're gonna die out, you know? So I just wanted you to hear that so you understand what American law says. These laws, I'll tell you, and I'll be honest, they're not enforced in the United States. These laws are not enforced. They're on the books. They don't enforce this stuff. Okay? But this is the law. It's on the books. I know that this stuff applies to this, but nobody's going to help me with this. I'll tell you straight out. No one in my government, or just not even nobody in the American government is going to help me. And in my government is a tribal government. The American government says they don't recognize us. Why? Because we're black. And then a large portion of our ancestry comes from Muslim people, even though a lot of those people now are Catholic. So I just wanted to tell you that so you have a reference point. I know that your hands may be tied because you're not a diplomat, you're not a politician, you're just a regular person trying to do a job, and you're being dealt with an issue that's a government issue, So thank you.
You're welcome. And I have escalated this, Mohammed. Like you say, I can't promise that something will happen directly, but at least I have done my part in making sure that this is escalated. And like you say, a band-aid won't help, but I have actually filed a complaint or a trouble ticket to say that DHL doesn't want to ship to you because they say that you are blacklisted. So I've done that just to try and cover all the bases, and make sure that from my side everything that I could do was done.
Okay, thank you. So you're saying that it's DHL that does it?
Yes, it's DHL Express.
So it's not the PRC, the People's Republic of China government?
No. The item was in already seems like in America and the US, and then DHL had an issue.
The package made it to America?
What I can see here, it says April 16th, package received by carrier, and then a carrier delay has occurred, delivery may be delayed, and then on April 17th, it says returning to seller. And if I understood the emails right, it said there, or the seller said there, that it was in Hong Kong, it was on its way, it's all on its way to you. Let me just find that now again.
Okay, because of my first call to DHL, they said it was the Chinese government that said that I was a denying party.
You see, I wouldn't know because I only read what I can only read the communication between the seller and yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly.
And I attempted to call the Chinese embassy here in San Francisco and Washington D.C., but because of COVID, I think they're down staff and nobody's answering the phone.
Yes, it must be because I know we are experiencing trouble with delays everywhere. Receiving goods back and sending goods out, so it's a known issue with COVID.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take up your whole day. I don't want to take up your whole day. Pretty much most of the things that could be resolved with this over this call have been, because we've been on the call for almost 40 minutes now.
Yes. What I could do, I have done from my side, Mohammed. Like I said, I really do understand what you're saying, and DHL from our side has now been also, I filed an escalation regarding DHL, and that will be picked up by the teams that work with this. And I'm trying to find this. I'm going to go to my team now and see what else, which other options we have.
Okay.
And
just for reference, I called the United States Department of Commerce. Nobody answered the phone. I called the United States Department of State. Nobody answered the phone. I called the White House telephone line. Somebody answered the phone, but they just, transferred me quickly. Like, they didn't want to talk to me, I called multiple branches of the American government to try to resolve this issue as well. I just want you guys to know.
I'm so sorry about that. Just another thing, if I look at the page, the seller is listed, his ratings. In the past 30 days, he had 100% negative feedback, and I think it's because of the carrier problem. So
yeah, I don't have a problem with the seller. The seller's like me. The seller's getting discriminated, and he's losing money, and he's Chinese, most likely, right? The seller is most likely Chinese. So the Chinese government's ruining that person's business because of ignorant policy, or DHL or whoever may be involved with this type of conspiracy to deprive my rights, So this is not just affecting Muhammad. It's affecting Maria. It's affecting the other brother that had to take this phone call. It's affecting the seller, who I don't know what his name is, but he's probably a Chinese national who needs money. So thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome, Robert. Like I said, from my side, I've done everything I could, and it is documented on your account. It will stay here. It can't go away, and I really hope that you get this resolved. I'm very sorry that you also have to go through this.
Thank you. I'm working with my community to try to help us organize, but it's very hard. I've been trying to reach out to other countries so that they know about the history of my people, so it blocks some of the racism, but also that we can get diplomatic ties with those countries as a country. Because Obama, he passed a law called Executive Order 13175, which says that America must deal with the native nations as governments, government to government relationship. So since we are governments, each tribe is an actual nation having its own government. That I've been trying to deal with other governments like a diplomat so that they understand this is who I come from. This is our history. This is some of the things we had to deal with. This is what we're trying to work on in the future, our goals. This is our culture, our languages, and I've been trying to deal with it more like that, but also on an international legal level. I've already been forwarding information to International Criminal Court in The Hague for all these different type of instances I've been dealing with over the last 20 years. The problem is, again, that nobody really wants to enforce it because it's not in the political, what's the word for it? It's not a popular thing, to help me being Muhammad right now it's not a popular thing, so nobody wants to enforce my rights. But I am going about that process of trying to educate people and actually trying to reach out to other countries so they understand, look, not just my tribe, but all these tribes that were in the Americas, we were colonized. Our countries and people still exist. We still have rights. And, we're trying to live and maintain before everything is completely wiped out. People who come to America, they think that the native people are gone. It's not true. We're still here. We're just not necessarily what people think either we would look like or our culture would be. But every place you go in America, you will find different type of native people and different cultures. And even in the other American countries, you find the same thing, So thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you.
All right. So this is the issue of Louisiana Creole, especially from the Muslim side. What I'm dealing with, and I'm alone in this. I have my elders who gave me knowledge and game, but I'm alone in this, So I'm putting these videos out here so people can see the act of apartheid. You heard it from a South African woman's mouth. This is apartheid. Why am I on a blacklist? This is not TV. This is not that racist IDF sponsored show Homeland. This is my real life. You know what I'm saying? This is not some rap gimmick. You know, I'm a rapper. Yes. Is this some rap gimmick? No. Do I like this? No. You know what I'm saying? Nah, not at all. But this is what I have to deal with. So uh, I'm putting this information out there. Hopefully, Black people, African people, Louisiana Creole people, people in Indian country, the First Nation Aboriginals will see this video and will do something. I hope your government, the American government, it's not my government, the American government, which is and Canadian government, which has treaty rights and a fiduciary responsibility to all tribes, right? To uphold treaties and minimum standards of human rights law. Somebody just does something about this. The Privy Council of Queen Elizabeth II and Canada, Justin Trudeau, Biden, Kamala Harris, Queen Elizabeth herself, uh, the French government, Macron. You guys pump all this stuff about France and French culture and French history. You don't do anything in reality. The people that have French history and French culture, even the Muslim countries, what are you guys doing for me? You don't come do nothing but come here to the United States and act like the white man to make money on my land. And you make it harder for me because you guys do ignorant stuff that I get blamed for. And see, this turns into this. I'm a slave descendant. Why should I have to be dealing with Le Code Noir?